Bit of a controversial subject, this one. Cancer and cancer treatment. I have to be careful what I say because the various social media platforms don't like you saying things that are unverifiable when it comes to this sort of stuff. So I'm only going to deal in what we know are facts. So cancer, as we're all aware, has been around for a very long time, and the sort of standard treatments that everyone goes through are chemotherapy, radiotherapy, etc., etc. Do they work? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but undoubtedly they also have some pretty severe side effects in terms of killing off other cells in your body, losing your hair, becoming very ill, feeling like death the entire time. So an article has come out, I'm just going to put this up here in a second, which has been published by the Daily Mail but is now very widespread and is doing the rounds. And it's about the fact that way back in 1951, so 75 years ago, the Soviets investigated a link that cancer was very similar to other illnesses and potentially treatable similarly to other illnesses caused by parasites, that it was a parasitic disease, and they had a particular drug that they felt worked well on this. This was a research paper, published in 1951 by the Soviets. The CIA discovered it in the USA in 1961 and buried it. They hid it. They wouldn't allow this research paper or any of the research into it to be revealed, but it's now come out again 60 years later, or 60 odd years later, after the CIA buried it. This is an article in the Daily Mail, so social media platforms don't ban me for saying it. I'm only repeating what is out there and what is out in the public. Why is that interesting? Well, because there's a lot now of investigation, research, and people talking about cancer potentially being treatable through the use of anti-parasitic drugs. There is a doctor in the USA called William Makis, M-A-K-I-S, you can find him on X, who treats patients using anti-parasitic drug protocols, things like Fenbendzole, Menbendazole, and yes, even Ivermectin, that one they described as being a horse dewormer. This is out there. This information is out there. Am I saying it works? Nope, not at all. Am I saying you should do it? No, because I'm not a doctor and I wouldn't recommend it. But I would recommend you go and do your research. Here is the Daily Mail article, so you know I'm not talking rubbish. There you go, I'll get my head out of the way. CIA faces furious backlash after hidden document with potential cure for cancer is declassified after 60 years. If you go to the Daily Mail and look up their science tech area, you can read the entire article. So, is cancer caused by parasites? Is cancer a parasitic disease? I don't think that's what this is saying. What it's saying is that it has lots of close similarities and resemblances. Therefore, anti-parasitic drugs may, and I use that word advisedly, may be helpful. As I say, I'm not recommending it. Go and do your own research. Look into Fenbendzole, Menbendazole, Ivermectin, the work of William Makis, and have a look and just do your own research. But if this is now coming out in the mainstream press, surely it's worth having a look at. Surely it's worth investigating other ways to treat yourself. Surely it's worth looking into for your loved ones if they're suffering from that awful disease. That's all I'm saying.